right, so I'm looking to see where I can see there are viewers here. Give me 1 second. Again, I haven't used the system in a minute, but it doesn't seem to have changed too much. So we'll see if we can figure out how to see who we actually have here. All right, I guess what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go through, pull up the site here. I think Linda Martinez. Are you on? Okay, good. You can see and hear everything. Awesome. All right, so we're broadcasting live here, folks. All right. Unfortunately, at this point in time, I don't see how you guys can ask any questions at the moment. But what I am going to do is I'm going to pull up the site, walk through how to register for the site, how to enter in your ID so that you have access to the capture pages that are in the site, how to use those capture pages on social media platforms or email broadcasts or however you want to use them to generate a lead, as well the lead management system that's within the site for you guys to use also to be able to update information on your leads. 1 second here. Okay, John's telling me there's a bad echo, and I think I know why. John, is that any better? I'm going to turn my volume down here. Let me know how that sounds. Let me know if you still have an echo coming through. But so we're going to talk about how to use the lead management system within the site as well. And there's also a blogging platform for those of you that want to write a blog post or two. You have the ability to do that. You just got to let me know that you want to do that, because it requires that I upgrade you as far as your level of user on the site to give you access to the blogging. Okay, I'm still saying, they're saying there's still an echo. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to try something different. Let's try this and see if that works okay. John, let me know if you still hear the echo. And it may be that this room that I'm in is a little bit empty. I just got done moving and we got stuff all over the place. I got a spare room that I'm using here, and it might be picking up sound off of the wall. So let me know if that works any better. Okay, Linda says it sounds good. Okay, awesome. So again, the lead management system within the website, you can use that as well. Just to update when you've contacted the lead, responses, that type of thing. The blogging system as well, if you want to use that, let me know so that I can upgrade you so you have access to that. Excuse me. And then there's also going to be a profile page that everybody is going to have to be able to use. That will be your own profile page within the system, and you can put on it whatever you want. Obviously, your contact information, your links to your other social media sites that you may have. If you have a profile on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is, link to your FES website, so you can put links on there for your information, and a short bio, a picture, and it's just something that you can share as well. So with that being said, I'm going to go over to the website here and pull that up. Now the URL for the website is www.financial empowerment network. Yeah, if you're on Facebook, if you have a question and we're connected on Facebook, you can message me through Facebook and I'll see that if you have any questions as we go through the site. So this is the site. Again, www.financialempowermentnetwork.com. And right now I'm logged in. I'm going to log out of here for just a second. And then show you what you need to do in order to log into the site here. Yeah, there we go. So when you go to the site, obviously you're not going to be logged in. And what you're going to do is you're going to come to the bottom of the page. And when you get to the bottom of the page, under members area, you're going to see members login, members area, FEN leaderboard, free training, and season pass holders. And this information here, most of it cannot be accessed unless you are logged into the site. So if you ever go to one of these pages, it'll tell you that you first need to log in. But again, when you come to the site, you want to come to the bottom of the page, select the members login link, and then that will bring you here to this page. Now, if you don't have a login, if you're not registered yet for the site, then what you want to do is when you come to this page is just hit this register button here, and then you'll fill out the information on this page here. It will send you an email with a temporary password with information. Make sure you check your junk folder. Make sure you check your spam folder before you call me and tell me that you did not receive the email. And also give it about 15 minutes. Sometimes, depending upon what email you're using, whether it's Yahoo or Gmail or whatever, it can take some time to show up. So give it about 15 minutes. Again, make sure you check your junk and spam folders for that confirmation coming out of the site that you've registered with your temporary password. If you want to, or if you're not registered for the site, and I'm assuming if you're here, you most likely want to, send me an email so that I can send you the registration code for the site, because the site is specifically for FES agents, or only for FES agents. So you want to send me an email, let me know that you want to register for the site. Again, if you've not registered for it before, and I will send you the registration code. If you were using the site previously, before it went down, and you're already registered, try to register with your existing login information before you go in and re-register again. I don't want multiple registrations in the website of people that have already been registered for it. So if you, for some reason, were using the site and you forgot your password, go down here again to this lost password link, click on that. It'll ask you for your email, username or email, put your email in, and then it'll email you either a link to create it's going to send you a link to create a new password. So you definitely want to do that. And give me 1 second here. Okay, so that's what you'll do if you don't remember your password. All right, so let's go back here. So once you do get that information, and then what you're going to do is come back to the site, come to this login page here again through that link at the bottom of the page, and then you're going to log in. Now, once you log in, after you've registered, there's a couple things that we have to do in order to get you set up so that the capture pages are set up to your user ID, meaning that if somebody comes to your capture page, and you'll see what the capture pages look like here in a minute, but when somebody comes to your capture page and fills out their name, their phone number, their email address, and hits the button, and that information is submitted, if that page that you have has your ID on it, it's going to send that lead, to your email box, whatever email you use to set up for the site. So make sure that when you do register and you put your email address in there, that it's an email that you use so that when you do get a lead, it's not going to some obscure email account that you have that you never check, because then that would be not a good thing. So make sure that you set it up with an email address that you use. You're not going to get anything coming out of the site. Maybe if somebody posts a blog post, you might get a notification, but that's about it. Most importantly, you want to be able to get the email notification for the lead. So, all right, so once you've logged into the site, what you're going to do, and you may not see all of the stuff that I have here, okay? You're going to see very limited information because there's stuff back here that that you don't need access to and that can mess up the site, okay? And I'm going to go a different route here. We're going to go, so once you log into the site, it'll probably bring you, it's going to bring you into your back office here. And the way to get to the site, obviously, is if you hover over the name of the site here, you'll see Visit Site here. And if you click on that, it'll take you to the site itself, okay? So it'll show that you're logged in here across the top, and there'll be this other information here, nothing you need to pay attention to other than the fact that you'll see your name here when you get logged in. So once I log into the site, now I'm logged in, I can go down to the bottom here and I can go to what's called the FEN leaderboard. And this is where you're going to see your leads and your capture pages, okay? The other tabs that are on here, don't pay any attention to. Excuse me, at this point in time, they're irrelevant, okay? But when you do first, excuse me, when you do first log in after you've registered, excuse me, if you're newly registered, or if you haven't used the site in a while, you want to make sure that you come over to the company settings and select that. And your username that you used when you set up, when you registered, wants to be in all of these boxes here. If you're a newly registered user of the site, you won't see any in there. If you're somebody that's already been on the site, you may see them in there. You may see some don't have your username in there. In either one of those cases, you want to put your username in all of these boxes here. And then once you've done that, hit Update Settings. And then what that will do is that will create the capture pages for you. So that was under company settings. Now I'm going to go to, now you never have to go back here and do anything in the company settings again. Once you do that, you're done there. You'll never go there again. Okay, so then you're going to go to landing pages. Now this is where you're going to get your landing pages to post in different groups in Facebook perhaps, or use as a link on a post for something that you put on LinkedIn. Perhaps you're going to send out a tweet. Maybe you're using Pinterest. Maybe you're going to send out an email blast. You might put the link in an email, have them go to that link. So there's a number of ways that you can use these links. Now, there's some different categories that are set up here. For example, under Business Builders, if you click on the arrow here, it will open up and you'll see the links here that you can post. Now, what you should see at the end of the link is this question mark reference equals and then your username. Make sure that that's there. Now, the key is that anytime you share one of these links or post one of these links in a group or send it out in an email, you want to make sure that that link that you're sending out has this at the end of it, has your username at the end. Because if it doesn't, again, you're not going to receive the lead if somebody goes in there and fills out the information. What will happen is that that lead will get distributed to randomly to somebody else. And you might be wondering, well, why am I not getting any leads? Or, you know, maybe somebody else got your lead or whatever the case is. But if you make sure that you have your username at the end of the link that you're posting, you will not have that issue, okay? So what you can do is simply take and copy that link. But what I suggest that everybody do is go through and take a look at the capture pages so that you see what type of capture page it is that you're posting, so that you're posting the appropriate capture page to the appropriate audience. In other words, If you're posting in a venue where there's primarily real estate agents or more, there's a specific page that you may want to use. If you're posting at someplace where it's an open venue where there's just a variety of people there, people that may need the services, people that might be interested in the opportunity, then there's other pages that you can post. And then there's some that are just specific to credit repair and as well the protection plan. So again, and these are the different categories. You've got business builders, you got credit repair business, you have free credit ebook landing page, which this one is being worked on. It's not complete yet. You got the new PPM. And pay attention to this as well. So this one here, building credit pay, bill credit pay and rent. So this one here is with regard to the rental reporting program that we have. This one here is for the protection plan as well as this one here. You also have protection that pays. This one goes to the protection that pays video, real estate and mortgage professionals. There's one in here for tax professionals. This one needs some work. And there may be some more of these coming up here later. We also have one for United Credit, or actually two of them. And then there's one that we created for veterans. So let's take a look at one of these. Actually, let's pull one of these up. Hey, Linda, if you could just shoot me a message again in Facebook, let me know that we're all good. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, so this is a page that we created for veterans. And let me check something here. Cool. All right, so let's go back to where we were here. All right, so before we talk about this, I mean, the thing that we don't want to have happen is that this is just another way of generating a lead to put somebody in front of protectionthatpays.com or FESprotectionplan.com video and website, or for that matter, even UCES. And this, again, just another way of doing that. So in saying that, what I'm saying is that you don't want to rely solely on these capture pages, obviously, to get enough leads for your business, okay? Now, you may get a bunch of leads in. I mean, we've had people that have gotten a lot of leads in. But again, just like anything else, you don't want to put your eggs all in one basket. You still want to be out talking to people during the day. You still want to be out, if you're out going out to networking events, meeting real estate agents, car salesmen, mortgage professionals, talking with just regular people, out in that you run into on a day-to-day basis, asking them questions, finding out what they're, if they have a need or if they have a need for a solution. And then obviously, follow the scripts, follow our system. So in saying that, again, when I use these capture pages to generate a lead, once I get that lead, I take them right into our system. I make sure that they watch protectionthatpays.com or FESprotectionplan.com video. Again, it's just another way of getting a name, a phone number, and an email address. And once you get that information, you push them right into the system, take them through that process, that system that we have that works, okay? So again, you don't want to depend solely on this. It's just another way to generate some leads for yourself. All right. Now, what happens is that, for example, with this, again, this page here, this U.S. Veterans page, says, attention U.S. veterans. If you're a veteran in the armed services or active military, we have 2 special offers for you to choose from to help you protect your credit, your identity, your family, and your future. Blah, blah, blah. It's got information on there. It has my my ID at the end of the URL. So I know that when I post this, if somebody fills out this information here, we're going to go ahead and test this page, and let's keep our fingers crossed and see if everything works okay. Hopefully I haven't put in this email in here already. I'm just going to make up a all right, so I filled out the form. I'm going to go ahead and select the Get Access, Get Instant Access button, and let's see where it takes me. Now my site might be running a little bit slow because I'm running the Hangout, Google Hangout on my system as well. So it takes me to this page here where it says watch this video, and there's the video for the FES protection plan. Now the next thing that happens, so the lead has filled out the information, they can now watch the video. Now when I contact them, I don't know that they necessarily watched the video, so I always ask them, did you have an opportunity to watch that video? And we'll talk a little bit about, you know, the conversation that we have with these leads once we contact them a little bit later here. But for now, let's go back here so we can show you what happens. If I go to the leads in here and I refresh this page. Thanks, Linda. Linda says this is very awesome. Okay, so what I see here is John Doe. This is the lead, U.S. veterans. It tells me what the page that it came through and what landing page it went to. So I know they would have seen the protection that pays video. Now, in the email that you're going to receive with John Doe's information, it's not going to give you his phone number, just his name and his email address. But there's also instructions in that email that tell you to go to the FEN website, log in, and go to your leaderboard and get the information. So I would then, once I receive that email, I would come here, I would log in, I'd come to the leaderboard, and I would go to my leads, and then I would say view and edit. And when I open that up, it's going to show me the phone number that John put in. Okay. So now I can call John, I can email John, and see if I can't get a hold of him and find out what it is that he's looking to do. Now I can also, if I want to, I can put some notes in there. I can say left message for, I think today's what, the 8th, and then I can just say update lead, and now that will be in here next time I come back in here, and I'll see I've got a notation in here of when I last contacted this lead. So all right, so what do we do with these pages? Well, again, we can post these pages in groups in Facebook. For example, I could, well, let's back up here a minute. So what I like to do is I like to shorten the URLs on these before I post them. And the way that I do that is through Google URL Shortener. And if you're looking for the Google URL Shortener, if you just type in Google URL Shortener, it will bring up the page for you. Then you can go there and shorten your URLs. And what that is once, for example, like I would take this, actually what it did was it took me out of the site. Hang on one second. I'm gonna go back to the site. And let's do that again. So here's the link for the capture page. I'm just going to copy that. that URL that's got my user ID at the end. Then I'm going to go here to the Google URL shortener, and then I would paste that link in here, and then I would say shorten the URL, and what it's going to give to you is a URL that's been shortened and looks like this. Okay, now that would be the link that I would post if I was posting on Facebook and LinkedIn, Twitter, any of those other social media platforms, or if you're sending it out in an email, you could use that link as well. It's okay to send the full link that's on the site that you get with your username on there also. It's just that it's a very long, anytime you do that, it's a very long link, and sometimes the social media platforms, you may have a limitation on the number of characters or text that you can use. So it's just a good idea to shorten them, and actually this Google URL shortener will also track the number of clicks that you've had on your link. So it just gives you some additional data as well. But I would definitely recommend shortening the URLs, and then just keep them, put them on a spreadsheet somewhere, or so that way you have them someplace easy to get to. So when you're posting your pages on the different social media channels, you can easily get to them. All right, so I'm going to take one of my existing URLs that I have, and I'm not going to, because I'm signed into a different Google account right now, and I don't have that URL with me right now. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to, for the time being, I'm going to use this URL as the URL that I'm going to post in Facebook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to Facebook, and again, this is just one way of doing this. You can do the same thing, in status updates in LinkedIn. Okay, so I'm going to come over to my groups that I have set up or that I've joined in Facebook. And I'm going to post the link that I'm posting is for business professionals. So I can post that anywhere. It's a pretty generic page, if you will. So this one here says advertise your opportunity here. I'm going to go into that group. And I'm going to post that link. And I'm letting it load. Boom. And what it's going to do is it's going to pull up the image that's on the page that you've posted. So in other words, this image here and the information, some of the information that's on the page. So the information, it picked that up from, let me show you where that came from. This one's the one from the veterans. Let's take a look at that page. So the one I posted was this one here. And here's what that page looks like. So you see it's got this image here. It's got this text on the top. Got text down here at the bottom. And then it's got a form they can fill out. So when I posted that in the group, it pulled up the image and information that I have embedded in the page, Business Professionals Career Opportunity. And the question's being asked if the FEN is updated with the new videos. And the answer to that is yes, to the best of my knowledge, because I know we've been updating videos like crazy. So I've been swapping videos out as they've been updated. If you happen to come across one that's not got the right video, let me know. I'm just one set of eyes looking at it, so appreciate that. But that's a great question, by the way, so thank you for asking that. So, and what I will do, so that's what we do, and then I think you can even, take this link out of here, and the image and everything will still show up if I can get my mouse here to cooperate. Okay, so yeah, so once you post the link in here and everything you got to give it a second to let it pull the picture, let it pull the information, then you can go in and delete the link. So forget about the Google URL shortener for right now, unless you want to use that. Post the link, let it populate, delete the link, and then you can come in here and you can add some of your own text here. Whatever. And sometimes what I'll do is I will just take the information that's at the top of this page, like this right here, and I'll just use that in my copy. You can put in there whatever you want, okay? And what I do is I always add in here, you have to tell people what to do. It's one of the key things that we do when we're marketing online is you have to give people directions. If you want them to click on a link, you got to tell them to click on it. If you want them to fill out a form, you got to tell them to fill it out. Okay, they'll do it'll create a response from them more likely than not if you don't tell them what to do. So what I would do is say click below click below to learn more. Okay, something like that. But you can put as much text up here as you want. I'm just doing that something real quick here so you guys can see what it looks like. And there it is. It'll show, when it was posted, who posted it. There's your post. Somebody comes along here and clicks on this, then obviously what it's going to do is it's going to take them to that capture page so that they can fill out the information and watch the video. If you guys have any questions, either through Facebook, you can text, send me a message from Facebook, or you can shoot me a text if you have my number. Okay, cool. We're making pretty good time here because we got a lot of stuff to cover. So hopefully that helps you through the setup, getting registered. Again, very, very important. Once you get registered, make sure that you come into the company settings, put your username in there, update those settings, come over to your landing pages, make sure that the links have your ID at the end, and then very simple to obviously post them in the Facebook groups. And okay, so here's what I normally do. In the morning, what I'll try to do is I get up in the morning, have a cup of coffee, I do my call with the team, and then I'll go out and post 5 or 6 pages in 5 or 6 different groups. Now you may have to go out and join some groups in order to be able to do that, and it's pretty easy to do. I mean, joining the groups is, you just search up in your search bar. Let's say I'm looking for maybe I'm looking for real estate groups. So if I put in real estate groups and I come here, obviously you see it's pulled up a number of real estate groups. These are different groups that you can join. I'm going to go here and do this. And then what it should do is pull up a list of groups. And then I can go to the top here. And I'm going to select groups. It's been a while since I've joined any groups, so, and Facebook keeps changing. Okay, so here we go. It brought up a list of groups here, and you can see most of these I've already joined. But you know, don't worry about, you know, what we're looking for is you're looking for a public group. You're looking for a group that has at least 1,000 members. Okay, and there's more real estate groups than this. Let's try this here with lowercase. It'll probably pull up more. I mean, there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of groups out there. And you'll see them as you join them. There'll be opportunities that it'll bring up similar groups that you can join as well. Yes, this can also be added to LinkedIn. Now, you want to be a little bit careful on LinkedIn because they're a little bit more more business there, if you will. And so you want to be very selective. These groups here on Facebook, it's pretty much a free-for-all, but you're going to pick up leads, okay? You may not get any the first day, the second day, the third day, but you keep posting, and then all of a sudden, boom, you pick up a couple of leads. It only takes a few minutes to do it. You know, if you're posting in five groups in the morning and maybe 5 at night, so why not do it? Because there's that possibility that you could pick up a lead. And in some cases, you may pick up 2 or 3 in a day. I mean, that happens. I mean, sometimes I'll have a week where I don't get any, and then all of a sudden one day I'll get 5. So you just never know. But anyway, so you want to look for these groups here and I'm not sure why it's not pulling up more than that. Here's one that I don't think I belong to, maybe. So when you go to the group, you're going to have to, okay, so here's one I don't belong to, Metro Detroit Real Estate Investors. I definitely want to join that one. So when you come to the group and you find the groups, you're going to have to join them. And what you do is you just hit the join group button, and then somebody has to approve you. It'll say pending, but eventually you'll start to see little notifications pop up here that'll show that you've been approved for that group. Okay, it's just the way they're set up. I don't think that they're going to, they're not going to ask any questions or come and look at your profile and see who you are or anything. It's just their way of controlling the group. Okay, so what you want to do is as you start joining groups, you want to start adding them. And then again, throughout that day and the next day and the next day, you'll get notifications where you've been approved in that group. Okay. And then once you get approved, then you have the ability to go in and post. So at some point, I'll get a notification that they've approved me into this group, and then I can go in and make a post at that time. All right, so the next thing I want to cover real quick, so that's pretty much the posting as far as Facebook. And again, it's the same thing before I get on to the next thing here, let's go over to LinkedIn real quick. If I go over to LinkedIn, it's pretty much the same scenario. I'm not going to post the link there, but I'm going to see what happens. I think it'll populate the image as well, or you may have to add an image. So when you're on LinkedIn, you can either share an update, upload a photo, or publish a post. Obviously, uploading a photo, you upload an image to it. Publishing a post and sharing an update, not really sure what the difference is between that. Pretty much does the same thing. I'm sure there's some uniqueness to it, but I'm going to go here to post. I know what that is. This is going to be for a blog post. So this is their blogging system, if you will, on LinkedIn. So that's not, what you're gonna do, if you're on LinkedIn, you're going to then share an update. So if I share an update and I take that link and I paste it in here, let's see if it pulls the image up. And it looks like it's going to do it. No, it pulls up the text, not the image. Now you can add an image. I mean, I could go to my computer if I wanted to add an image with this link. I could just pull an image off my computer and upload that. Let's just say I was going to add that. You know, maybe not. You might just want to stay with, I know there's a way to do it. I just lost the image there because I changed it. Refresh this page, try that again. Okay, on this one, I pulled up the image. So on some of the capture pages, and I'm going to check this, but most of them will pull the image. There's a couple of them that for some reason, maybe if the image is too large that's on the page, you know, it may not pull it up, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. But anyway, now I can the same thing with, as in Facebook, I can come over here and delete this, and I can, you know, add my text in here, you know, my message, and it'll hold the image here, and then I can share that, and I can share that with the public, or I can share it with just my connections. Okay. So that's how you would do it over on LinkedIn. Pretty much the same thing over on Facebook. You'd have to play with it, and I would just be a little bit more conservative on LinkedIn, because again, you're dealing with it's a little bit of a different venue there. The expectation is a little bit different there than it is on Facebook. All right, so let's go back to the site here. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about today, and I think this is really cool. I think it's great. I think it's awesome. I think you guys are going to love this, and I'm hoping that you guys will participate in this because, again, I think it's pretty cool. I've set up a team page, and what that means is that you're going to send me a picture with a short bio. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to have your own profile page. For example, let's go down here to my man Randy Cochran and see what his page looks like. So, and what happens here is that he, you know, this is his bio, but he has the ability also to come in here. Once you have this page, a couple things happen. You're going to have a link with your own URL here, if you will, because it's going to have your name in it, okay? It's going to be financialpartmentnetwork.com, and then it's under the Our Team category, and then it'll have your name at the end. So this is your page if you want to advertise this page and have a profile. Now, I think it's a great, if you don't want to advertise it, that's okay with me. That's cool. If you want to have, I think it's a great idea to have a profile page because this now has its own unique URL, and it has the possibility of somebody might be searching and all of a sudden they come across your individual profile page. It's got your phone number, all of your contact information in there, and then your next thing you know, they're calling you or sending you a message. Now, there's these, this is lacking that information here, but we're going to be getting that information from Randy. We're just getting these set up. But once you have this page, you can come in here and edit the page and add in all of that other contact information that you want for yourself. So you'll have your own, like Randy's got his own page here, and he could come in here and put his, you know, cell number, you know, his fax number, whatever it is. I don't know that I'd put my fax number on there, definitely cell number, and, you know, some way that they can contact you. You could also put in a link. You can put in a link to your, let's say you wanted to put a link to, maybe you want to link them to your Facebook profile. I could come in here and you come in here and put in your Facebook profile link. Okay. So you can add links here in your profile that will direct people to other information about you, whether it's on, again, on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. It's not going to show up because I didn't save it. But anyways, that information would be on here. So this is really cool. So what I need is if you want to have a profile set up, send me a picture. The picture has to be, I believe, in size. I've got to get, don't send me a picture that's too small because I won't put it up because it won't look good. Okay. The size on these pictures that I need, if you're going to send me a picture to put up, and if you do want a profile, you have to have a picture up because it doesn't look right for the rest of the people that are on the profile there if there's one space open with no photo. Now this image is 400 by 400 pixels is the size that if it's larger than that, it'll be okay. If it's smaller than 400 by 400 pixels, it won't be okay. And if you have a picture on your computer, all you have to do, for example, to know what size it is go to that picture. I'm going to pull one up here. And so, for example, if I hover over an image, no, it won't tell me under properties. Oh, there we go. So you don't even, all you got to do is hover over the top of the picture. For example, on this one here, this is a 500 by 375 pixel. So that would be almost large enough because I'd want the smallest size to be 400. So if it were 500 by 400, that'd be fine. Now I'd have to increase the size of this by 25 pixels on the width, but that would be okay because it's a small portion. But what I'm saying is I need at least 400 by 400. Don't send me anything smaller than that because I don't want to have to be enlarging photos. And if they're too small, again, they won't look correct. See, this one's here is 960 by 959, and that's the photo that I used for Stephen in his profile. So, and that worked fine. So bigger is fine, smaller doesn't work. All right, so I think that's pretty cool. I'd love to get, as many people on that page as possible. I think that'll be awesome. All right, so that covers that, and you guys can just respond back to the email that you got for the webinar with the information. And again, if you have a short, if you send back the picture, send at least a one paragraph bio. The bios are very simple. What's your name? Let's take a look at a bio here. I mean, some of them get personal. They talk about, where they're from, the children that they have. And I think that's a great thing because somebody might come to your bio, find your bio, and make a connection with you based on the information that they read about you as a person, okay? This was a paragraph that this young lady had written. She talked about where she lives. She has 3 children, twin boys. Talks about being a certified appraiser since 1996 and founded her own appraisal company. Okay, so you can talk about your history or what maybe if you're a real estate agent or a mortgage professional, whatever. Maybe you're doing taxes. Maybe you sell insurance. You can include that on here. Okay. Obviously, you want to make mention of the fact that you're with financial education services and the fact that you can help people with bad credit and too much debt as part of what it is that you do, okay? Along with your contact information, cell phone number, work number, email address. All right, so the next thing, the final thing that we have, next 10 minutes here, I'm going to talk about is the blog, the blogging system. Now, for those of you that want to post, make a blog post, you again have that ability to do that here. And in that blog post, in that article that you're going to be posting, you're going to, here's an example of an article. You're going to, again, have your contact information, links out to your FES website, and links back to your information. So this is just someplace where you can put it, where people can come and see it, and then contact you, obviously. So what I've done is I created this post, this blog post, uploaded an image, wrote this. Now, a blog post or an article typically for the best value, 300 words, no less than 300 words. 300 to 500 is the norm. And then at the bottom of it, what I did was I linked it to one of my capture pages. So where it says want to learn more, if somebody comes to this blog post or sees this, or if I post this blog post somewhere by taking this link and copying it and maybe going over to Facebook and going over to this real estate group here, and then I'm going to open up that link and I might just post that that blog post in there. And I think that these real estate agents in here probably have some people that need to get their credit fixed. And whenever you come to a group and you see sell something, start discussion, or create a poll, they now have the ability to do sales right through these groups somehow. You want to click on start a discussion. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that link. Apparently I clicked on Latasha's link. Let's go back. Okay, I'm going to say start a discussion. It's running a little bit slow again because I got the webinar running. And then I'm going to paste that link in here on that article that I wrote about fixing credit. And there's my blog post. And all right, so I'm going to come over, oops, I'm going to come here. So that's something that you can do as well with your blog posts if you do that kind of thing. If you like to write, so in order to be able to do that, in order to be able to write the blog post, you're going to have to let me know that you want to do that, number one, and then that way I can upgrade you to be able to do that. Because just as a registered user, not everybody wants to do that, and that's fine. But again, if you're that person that has that ability and likes to do that, then awesome. Let me know, and I'll upgrade you so that you can participate in the blog post. Let me go back here again. And what will happen is that when you write the post, um, it'll go into a queue, and then I have to go in and approve it in order for it to show up. I receive an email notification when somebody submits a blog post, so I can go into the system and then approve those posts. We want to make sure that we include a picture with the post so that we keep the aesthetics of the site looking good and clean. So if you are going to do a blog post, you're going to want to include an image with that. And I'm probably going to do at a later date, for those of you that say, yes, I want to do that, I want to write blog posts and put them on the site, I'll do a separate special training for that, and just go through some things and learning how to create a post and how to upload the images and that type of thing, so that you understand how to use it or how to do it for this particular website and template. It's not hard to do. The hardest part is writing the post. But again, if you enjoy writing, or if you like writing, certainly that makes it a lot easier, because then it's just simply a matter of adding that written content to the site. I want to make sure that works. So they came to Facebook, and they saw that, and they clicked on it, and then it brought them over to my page. And they can read it if they want. Go to the bottom, click here. Once they click on that, then that's going to take them to the capture page, and then they can fill out the information. Now, this particular page is linked to a page that will, once they fill out the information, they're going to see the new protection plan membership video. And that's what this page is directed to. You see, I got to fix this. I didn't put my code at the end of this. So if somebody were to fill this out, somebody would be getting a bonus lead because I forgot to put my ID in there. I grabbed the wrong link. And again, so you want to make sure whenever you have a link that you put out there, it's got your identifier at the end, your username. All right, so that's it. So when you do register, make sure that you don't register under something that I don't understand who you are. I need to know who the people are that are registering through the site, again, because it's for FES agents only. Second criteria is you have to be an active protection plan member. You have to be an active protection plan member in order to use the site. I do go through periodically, I kind of know what people are doing, and if I see somebody and you're not an active protection plan member, I will block the page from any of the leads coming to you, because hopefully you're here to build a business, and the only way to do that is to be an active protection plan member. Now, if something happens where your billing doesn't go through for a minute or whatever, certainly, just shoot me a message and let me know, so that I don't block you. Or if I do block you and you send me a message and say, hey, I'm back on the protection plan, then I can unblock it. It's just something that we have to have in place in order to do the right thing. I want you to do the right thing. You have to be a protection plan member in order to use it, period. And I think that's about it. I think that's about it. I think we covered a lot of information, and I think we should be good. So if you send me an email to, I'm going to give you an email address that you can send an email to if you want to use the blogging system or to get the code to register for the site. I have to have that code because I got to make sure again that the people that are registering for the site are agents with FES or are people that are out there that will try to register for the site that are not agents just to get into the site, and we don't want to have that happen. So, and don't share the code with anybody, obviously, unless they are an agent. If it's somebody on your team and they're a protection plan member, I don't care. You know, you can share the code with them and get them set up on the site as well. And then, like I said, if for those of you that want to do blogs, we'll set up another time to do that. But send an email to mark@tristar. Actually, you know what? Just send it to this email here that's on the site. This will come directly to my main email address. If you send it to the info@financialempowermentnetwork.com, that would be the easiest thing to do. Just send me an email, say, yeah, I want to register for the site, and then just let me know if you want to blog as well. And then that way I can give you the upgrade you to be able to do that. So, all right, guys, that's what I got for you tonight. Awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be having some more webinars. We'll have some more webinars later on some more of the, like I said, on the blogging side of it, and just some other stuff that we'll be doing, you know, through social media. So, all right, you guys take care. Have an awesome evening.